So here we are, it's another day. It's Monday here in Mather, the city of Mather in Northern California. It's April 20th, 2015. The weather is absolutely beautiful today. And we're going to be talking about a property that I went to in Roseville. So that was a very interesting property I went to on Friday of last week. Um, I thought I was going to have a pretty easy weekend, but I ended up working on Saturday. I went to look at a property in Sacramento, which we'll probably talk about. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. But anyways, before we get into the Roseville property that I went to visit and talk about it and talk about the Roseville area a little bit, I'm here in Mather, California, doing my vlog here. It's my second week of doing my vlogs. I'm pretty happy. Once again, it's Monday, April 20th, 2015. I got another busy day here. Learning a lot about this vlog, what it takes to create it, coming up with content, what to talk about, and how to put my videos together and put it on YouTube. But I think it's been pretty interesting. I'm learning quite a bit. Pretty exciting. It's been a lot of fun, pretty challenging, but I'm learning a lot, that's for sure. Basically, I'm going to talk about this home that I went to in Roseville, and it was located like right above, right to the, let me tell you a little bit about the characteristics, the boundaries of this Roseville area, because Roseville can be a pretty big area. Once again, talking about the boundaries of this property. To the west of this property was Fitterman Road, to the north was Blue Oak Boulevard, to the east was Foothills Boulevard, and to the south was Pleasant Grove. Some of the amenities in the area, it's a really nice town. Roseville's growing. They have that city set up perfectly. There's tons of stores in that area. They've got an incredible mall. What else do they have? They have an active community that was right next to this particular property, to the west of it. Active community where you have to be 55 and older to buy a home in that area. So if you're of the retirement age and that's something you're looking for, it's in this particular area also. This property was located next to Wood Creek Golf Course, which is a really nice golf course in the area. After this video is completed, I will put together a short video, but just while I was driving through Roseville. It shows you the charm and the personality of Roseville, so check that out for sure after this video. It'll probably be about 1 to 2 minutes long, but it'll give you an idea of what the Roseville area is like. Another great thing about that Roseville area, they have a casino in that area called Thunder Valley, which is a pretty popular casino. They have everything going on. They have hotels, the casino, the restaurants, and then they have activities, like concerts and different things like that. So it makes a really nice place to go check out and unwind on the weekends. But basically about this home that I went to in Roseville, some of the characteristics of the home was it was 2,500 square feet to 3,000 square feet, was about 15 to 25 years old. As a 4-bedroom to 5-bedroom, 3 to 3.5 bath home. There's 2 stories. Those homes are going for about $460,000 to $520,000. Those homes, if they are up for sale, they're not staying on the market very long. They probably stay on the market anywhere from 15 to 25 days. So it's pretty hot area when the homes do go on sale there. Like I said, it sells pretty quickly. So if you're ever thinking about moving up into that Roseville area and you're looking at listings in that area, just know that the homes go pretty quickly, so you got to be ready to jump on them and make your offers. But that area is really great property. It's growing. They have that city set up perfectly, so you definitely love the Roseville area. One of the great things about that area too, it's 30 minutes from downtown Sacramento. If you go right up Highway 80, you'll be in downtown Sacramento in about 30 minutes. You're 2 hours from San Francisco, and then you're about an hour and a half from Tahoe. If you go up Highway 80 again, to the north of the Roseville area is the Lincoln area. Once upon a time that was the fastest growing city in the Sacramento area. To the east you have Rockland, which is another growing town. It's taken off within the last 15 to 20 years. but really a nice area too. You know, Rockland and Roseville side by side, but two really awesome areas to live in. And then to the south of the Roseville area, you have the Antelope area, the Citrus Heights area, you know, which is another nice area right below the Roseville area. I'm going to get into talking about the property I went to on Friday. This property was a really nice property. It was a two-story home. This owner of the property, he actually did quite a bit of updating on the outside. Recently in the front of the home, he just put in a new concrete porch area, sitting area right in front of the home, right underneath a really nice big oak tree. So it's perfect for sitting down in the evenings, just in case you want to, you know, sit down and enjoy the front of your home and see what's going on your street. You know, it's perfect the way he had it set up. On top of that, he put in new landscaping in the front. He took out his grass and he put a new drought-resistant front yard, which drought-resistant plants, which is something that people are doing. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Roseville is actually paying homeowners to do this, so you can get some money to take the sod out and then put in these drought-resistant plants. But also, you know, it just really helps with being that we're in a drought right now in Northern California, so it helps on saving some water. And he put it in a really nice rock landscape, which was really nice. And on top of that, he had that concrete area where he had a couple chairs and a table where you could sit down and just enjoy the neighborhood and see what's going on your street. You know, so it was really neat updating that he did in the front area. And on top of that, in the back, he had his once again, he had his backyard pretty dialed. The only thing he was missing was a swimming pool, but he had a spa. So he had a spa pad in the back. He had an outdoor kitchen area, which was really nice. And then he had this custom water feature, rock garden with a custom rock water feature that when you turn it on, you have that running water in the backyard. It was just absolutely relaxing. The best thing, he had the afternoon shade in the back because his home, the front faced the west, and the back of the home faced the east area, so he had really nice shade in the evenings. So, you know, it was a perfectly set up if you went into the backyard in the evenings and wanted to enjoy a glass of wine. You know, he had the spa out there, and then he had his outdoor kitchen area, which was set up perfectly, an outdoor grill, refrigeration, and he had some stained concrete corners, which was really nice, and an island out there, so whenever he had guests over, you know, they could sit right by the kitchen or the outdoor grill area. And on top of that, he had his water feature going on in the background, which is really relaxing. So, you know, imagine having a glass of wine, listening to the water run in the background. Is similar to being out there in the ocean, in the mountains, you know, having the river running. Similar, but not as loud, but a little softer and more relaxing. But he had it absolutely dialed in perfectly. That was pretty much on the outside. He had this custom vinyl patio cover, trellis patio cover, so some of the sun could come into the patio area. It wasn't completely covered. And that covered his spa, and that covered his outdoor kitchen. So, like I said, once again, this place was absolutely dialed. It was perfect. The only thing I think he was missing on this property, and that's just me, I'm just saying that if it had a swimming pool, it would be absolutely perfect. It would have everything. But if you look at his yard, he wasn't on a very big lot. Most of his lot was in the front, and he utilized that front area with the big old tree and the new sitting area, the concrete sitting area. So, and the backyard, the lot wasn't very big in the back. So what he did have with the spa and the kitchen and his water feature was perfect. And so I'm not really sure if you had room for a pool. But anyways, if there was room and you could put in a pool, that was the only thing this home was missing. And that's probably why he didn't put in a pool. But talking about the interior, you know, his house was really nice, custom paint throughout. You know, he had just put in a bunch of new light fixtures. You know, home ownership, it never ends. You're constantly working on your home, adding to it, you know, hopefully adding to the value if you decide to sell it someday. But it seems like he was constantly working on his home. You know, his kitchen was pretty dialed in. He had granite countertops, new refinished cabinets, stainless steel appliances. It was really nice, you know, in the kitchen area, you know, a really relaxing main living area. And then he sort of turned his dining room into a pool, or, you know, a little game room area. Or actually, no, he actually had a dining room area that was set up. Looked like he had a little poker table there. So whenever he had his friends over, he had a little bar set up over there. So once again, it was set up really nice for entertaining. I think his kids had gone to college, so it was set up for entertaining guests. And luckily, not too many kids seemed like they might be in college and doing their thing. Um, Besides that, he had a game room which was really nice. Turned it into a pool room, and he had it all set up with all his sports memorabilia and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, for example, what you can do with your game room, it was perfectly situated. Um, Besides that, and he had most of the upgrades, hardwood floors, tile flooring in certain bathrooms. But the only updating that I think he was missing was probably the bathrooms. The counters had original culture marble counters, but he had tile flooring, and he had refinished oak wood cabinets. So I think he was, in the near future, he was going to update his bathroom countertops, maybe to tile or granite. But besides that, on the interior of the home, here we go. We got the Jets. We're in Mather. They have an airfield test flying field in the area, so we'll probably be hearing the Jets a little bit as I finish this video. But anyways, going back to on the interior of this home, two-story home. So if you like two-story homes, the house was about 2,500 square feet to 3,000 square feet. It's about 15 years old, and the homes in this area are about 15 to 25 years old, just to give you an idea of what this particular area was like in Roseville. He had custom painting, new lighting, refinished cabinets. He also did some new hardware, and he had crown molding, and I think he put in some custom blinds. So like I said, with home ownership, you're always working on updating your home and trying to put the newest things in there, just in case you put it on the market. A good idea is to see what homes are in your market, so you could see, if something's been updated and it's been put on the market. It's nice to go walk into that home and look at it and see what they've done to that home and what price range that home's going for, so you get an idea. You don't want to over improve for your neighborhood, but also you don't want to under improve and put it on the market and get the lowest price. I guess when you're trying to sell your home, you're trying to get to the median or the above market price for the most part, if you can, with your updating and how that ties into when it comes to selling your home and everything. But Friday I talked about why I was going to talk about this particular home in Roseville, and I was talking to the homeowner, and we had an interesting conversation that day. And we talked about his home in general and how long he had been living there. He bought the home when it was brand new, and when he bought the home, at the time it was only $200,000. Right now in that area, the home's going for $460,000 to $520,000. So, once again, I always try and say at the end of my videos, real estate is a great investment. There's tons of first-time home buyers out there, and a lot of people don't really understand the real estate market and how it works. But if you buy a home at the right time, you continue to update your home and stay on top of your home and keep it in good shape, and hopefully 10-15 years down the road you can sell it if you decide to relocate, or maybe you won't decide to move in an active community. 20 years later, say if you buy your first home at 35 and 20 years later you decide to sell it, if you buy it at the right time, keep it in good shape and you sell it. This particular homeowner told me at one time, I think 5 years ago, his home was worth $600,000. That was at the peak of the market, and everybody thought things were going to keep going up and up and up, but like anything else, it explodes, or a bubble concept. You pop the bubble and things crash, and this particular market crashed too. I think at one time homes in this area was going for like $350,000, $300,000 for these particular homes, or maybe even less. Sometimes you could buy REO sales in the area and get a home for a really good price. So timing is everything. But like I said, he bought it for $200,000. At one time, the homes went up to $600,000 when he was following the market. That's pretty incredible. $400,000 gain in your equity in your home. That's amazing. And then now, 15 years later, it's it's about 15. It's in between 15 to 20 years later, and the homes are going for $460,000. So your investment actually, you're getting $260,000 out of your original investment. If you don't do all kind of crazy refinancing and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, that's why real estate is such a great investment. You know, when I always talk about, buying a home and it being a good investment, that's a perfect example. For all you guys, millennials out there, 18 to 35, that aren't in the real estate market, it's something to really think about. That's one of the reasons that real estate is a great investment. And I don't know if people explain that to you or not, but I didn't realize that. It took me a while to understand the real estate market myself. You know, it took me about 10 years. And now I have a pretty good idea of how things work. You know, it cycles. You know, the best thing to do is try and find a neighborhood, pay attention to your neighborhood, what's going on, what the price ranges are, and, have a goal of, maybe staying in your home 5 to 10 years. And, hopefully you don't buy at the peak. You kind of buy in the middle and, continue to keep your house in good shape, do some updating. And, try and keep, when you do your updating, thinking about your homes in your area and what prices they're selling for, so you don't over improve, but you keep up with the highest price homes in your area. So when you do decide to sell in 10 to 15 years, you make a nice little profit. I guess it would be profit, or it becomes a nice investment, and maybe you can turn that into your next home. And so you put a huge down payment down, and then your mortgage is a lot less, and life is just a little bit easier. You don't have this high mortgage, you have a smaller mortgage, or whatever it be, just get yourself ready for retirement. Or you can buy something in an active community like Del Webb, that's in the area, Sun City, Del Webb. I mean, that's a great place. They have everything over there. It's perfect for retiring once you get past the age of 55. They have softball fields, they have the clubhouse, they have the golf course. So, if you're into that lifestyle, it's absolutely perfect. So anyways, that's pretty much going to conclude what I'm talking about today. We talked a little bit about the Roseville area, this particular home, what he did, and talked about the real estate market and how it works. So hopefully it gives you an idea, and maybe you learn something from the standpoint that, what a great investment real estate can be. I just want to add, be sure to catch my short video that's after this video. I put together a short video that just shows you a little bit about the personality of Roseville as I'm driving through the city. Check that out. I put a little music. Once again, like I say, I'm trying to, figure out how to do this editing, do this vlog, and then do my, show you a little bit about the Roseville area. So I try and do that little short video to kind of give you an idea of the characteristics of the Roseville area, which is a nice growing area. They seem to be doing it right in that city. Besides that, the next vlog will probably be on Wednesday, and we'll be talking about, maybe an Orangeville property that I went to last week. I still haven't talked about that, or I might talk about a property in Sacramento that I went to on Saturday. I didn't get the weekend off, but that's what happens when you work for yourself. You gotta take the work when you get it, and you gotta hustle. So at the same time, I went to this property in Sacramento. It's kind of in a unique area. It's right next to Hagen Oaks, and then Del Paso Country Club. Interesting neighborhood. Homes over there are built in 1950. People are buying the homes. Some homes are already updated. Some homes are, in average conditions, and people are updating the homes in that area. So we'll talk about that probably on Wednesday. Talk about the characteristics of the area. But besides that, it's another beautiful day here in Mesa, California. This is pretty close. It's a new subdivision here. I think the property's in this area about 10 years old. So a really nice area. I'm at a park here. It's about 80 degrees today. It's another sunny spring day. So I'm very fortunate to be out here making this vlog. I always think I'm really lucky to be able to not be in an office. I get to drive around, meet new people every day. Look at different homes, learn about the process, or what people do to their homes, and give me an idea of what I want to do when I get my home. And that's why I want to share in this video. Maybe you guys might learn something of what you can do to your home, what type of updating, what people are doing today. So hopefully that's what you're getting out of it, and keep coming back, checking it out. I do these vlogs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes it takes me a day to get it out, so it might be out on a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday. But at the same time, I'm learning how to put this stuff together. So be patient, keep coming back, and I'm gonna finish this video. I got more work to do. I gotta go take some photos of some properties in the area. Then I gotta shoot home, and I got a few reports I gotta knock out. Another really busy day. Sounds like it's gonna be a busy week for me, which is always great. I hope you guys are having a busy week. You know, I hope your Monday is starting off on the right foot. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Take it easy.